On. I've been told that I would need 2 to 3 sessions to remove my birthmark fully removed. Can you please explain why this would take multiple sessions? Also, why does each session need 3 months apart? So we can show that on Instagram as well. So this is the birthmark here. So it's a birthmark on the scalp. 2 to 3 sessions. Yeah, I'd agree with that, actually, 2 to 3 sessions. I certainly don't think it would come out in one session. The problem is it's too big to come out in one session. It's too wide to come out in one session. That's not going to come out. So the reason that it needs multiple sessions is because if you cut that out in one go, if you cut all of that birthmark out in one go, that is not going to close. The skin on the scalp is quite tight. And so if it doesn't close, then you're looking at skin grafts and things like that, which look unsightly. So what we tend to do for big moles or birthmarks or tattoos also is a technique known as serial excision. And what that involves is actually removing as much as you can. So not removing all of it, removing as much as you can, and then stitching it up. And what that involves, what that leaves you with is a scar and a bit of birthmark left on either side. And then that stitched up feels really tight, it's really uncomfortable. But then as the weeks and months go on, it becomes less tight. Your skin, if you put it under tension, it then tends to relax. It's a function or an attribute of the skin. If you put it under tension, it relaxes over time. That's why you can get pregnant and have a baby. If you tried to put a full-term baby in a woman's abdomen, it just would never happen. But because it gradually grows over 9 months, that goes under a bit of stretch and then a little bit of stretch. And then as that feels tight to start off with, and then the skin relaxes, and then you can put it under more stretch. So it's sort of the reverse way we put it under tension by cutting a big bit of the, as much of the skin out as we can. And then we normally leave it 2 to 3 months, really. Probably 3 months would be better. To be honest, the longer you leave it, the better, because the skin relaxes as time goes on. And then 3 months down the line, when you first have it done, it's really tight. And then 3 months later, it's not tight anymore. And then you can cut another bit out. So it's called a serial excision. So that's why it needs to be 3 months apart. When you first do it, it's really tight. There's no way you can take any more out. But 3 months later, the skin will have relaxed and you'll be able to take another bit out. So I would say, 2 to 3 goes on that one. And it would leave a scar, which would be a bit unsightly because you can see where the hairline is. So the scar's going to come forward from the hairline, and not a great place for a scar, unfortunately. And because it's tight, the tighter you close it, the more risk the scar will stretch and, might look similar to what the birthmark looks like, to be honest with you. But that's a tricky one. Got to be honest, a tricky one. But that is the reason why it would need 2 to 3 sessions, and it would need to be 3 months